What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. In today's episode of rebuilding my EVO 10, today I want to do something that not a lot of people have done, and I couldn't find any information on how to do it. So I'm gonna try my best to film everything and to show you guys how I'm gonna do it. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. We're gonna be working on relocating the fuse box. Now, I do have a couple places that I'm thinking about and relocating to. Mainly my first one is down here. So like build a bracket over here and then mount it and then go from there. My other choice is removing this whole thing all the way to the interior. I know that's gonna be a lot of work, but that's what I'm kind of aiming for. Alright guys, so the whole dash harness has been removed. It is sitting right here in my lap, so look how much space that freed up. So now we can work more comfortably and we can sort out the wires. After we mount the fuse box over here, we can sort out the wires that goes to this side and the ones that goes to the engine bay. It will just make it simple because now we're just gonna work with the wires that are for the engine bay and not get confused that the wire goes to the HVAC or the radio or something like that. We finally did it, guys. Look at all this harness. Guys, look at the space that we just made. Hold up, why is this zoomed in? Okay. Look at all this space that we just did. Oh my god, look at this. Like, you can see the whole transmission mount. That's crazy. Now that the fuse box is gone, actually it's not gone, it's right here. Look at all this mess that we have to deal with now. It does not look very nice, but that's the name of the game. So I'm gonna start by mounting this on the interior. Here we go. Let me run you guys over on some things. The fuse box, this is not the final spot where it's gonna be mounted. Thing that I did is mount the fuse for the fans over here, and this is absolutely reachable once the whole dash is in. Come to the wires. This wiring harness, as I mentioned, this one is getting extended to the front so we can have a place to jump the car and have the starter wire and alternator wire goes to them. So I just put them zip tied to the side so I can show you guys, and I'm just trying to like make sure everything is very simple to understand. I do apologize if I'm talking a lot, but when it comes to these kind of stuff, you really can't do much than trying to explain it, especially on an EVO 10 that no one like made a video on how to do this, now that I found. But I'm just going off what I think is right. So this thing, once it's disconnected, is gonna like drop down, and then we can extend it off the firewall. This one is staying here because the ECU, like I mentioned, is going to be in the glove box. So this one's gonna be here somewhere around this area. And then the MAF sensor, I am gonna zip tie it somewhere just in case we need this in the future. But like I explained, once we go standalone, we'll never need this. I'm always keeping this car on speed density. So, and the other thing is the boost controller, which I'm not sure if I want to keep it inside the car or if I want to extend it out. But if I'm gonna extend it out, it's basically just 2 wires, this one and this one. So we can just extend this connector to the engine bay, which that's not a big problem. The next thing is gonna be these wires. Now these are kind of a lot of wires, but if you really look at it, it's not so bad. We have the headlight. These two we are not extending because I did not use them, so these are gonna stay like this. Let me just put them out the way for now. So we're extending the headlight connector, which is this one. We are also extending, actually this one does not need to be extended because once we go through the firewall, it's gonna reach the fender. So this is plenty of space, so that'll save us some time. Ground is gonna be grounded down there. We have the fans we're extending. It's just 4 wires. It's not so bad. And this connector we are not using, so those 3 we're not using because we are running VLAN headlights and VLAN headlights. And we're extending the AC. So we're extending only 3 connectors plus this one. So that is insane to me. I'm so happy with that. Now we come to this side. This side worked out so well that I can't even explain it to you guys. First, we have this ABS sensor or pigtail. So this pigtail is gonna go to the driver's side. So that's gonna be done. Now, when it comes to those wires, they can reach. So I will route them up and down just how OEM had them, and I'm gonna connect them just like how OEM from factory had them. So next, we're just gonna have to worry about just this harness, which if we're gonna put all these wires behind the dash, this harness have a lot of slack for it to go down into the wheel well, which is gonna run through the fender, and then through the fender we're gonna have a couple connectors. So here, let me go from that side so I can show you guys more easily. Like I mentioned, this wiring harness is all OEM. Everything is gonna reach, even the gas pedal plug is gonna reach back there, so I'm not worried about this side. That goes to the ABS is gonna come out through this fender. Once it come out through the fender, we have the windshield wiper motor connector, which is gonna go up to the side inside this cowl. So that's really easy. And then the rest of it is gonna be this ABS connector, which is gonna get extended and go through the cowl all the way to the other wheel. And the rest of the wires is gonna be the headlight, which I am confident that this whole wiring harness is gonna reach the headlight. And then we're gonna have a ground, and this one we talked about is for the resistor, injector resistor, and the fender blinker. So it's not so bad, guys. This is really good. It's not so bad. So I am so happy with this. As for the ABS connector, once we pass everything through the fender well, and I am gonna get rid of all these fuel lines, once the plug goes through the firewall through here, that one is gonna get extended to somewhere else. I'm not sure where, but that is gonna be the last thing that I'm gonna worry about. But I feel like I have talked way too much, and now I feel like it's time to get to work. At this point, I feel like you guys know the how everything is gonna route, how everything is gonna go. So I'm not gonna repeat myself to you guys, because I feel like right now I'm being annoying. So let me mount the fuse box for good, and once the fuse box is mounted for good, then we can finally start the extending process. Alright guys, so a little update. I had and weld this bracket, and not the prettiest weld, but they do hold. So I welded from here, from down there, up here, and I want them bolted into this OEM piece, and this thing is not going anywhere. Now this fuse box, I did mount it with 2 zip ties just to hold it. Now I don't want to go ahead and make brackets and like that until I fully put the dash on and see everything clears out, the glove box closed and everything, because I don't want to waste time building brackets if it's not gonna work. So this is a temporarily hold right now, just to hold it in place, and this thing is not going anywhere. It could use a bracket from here to there, but as you guys can see, like, this thing is moving the whole dash. So this is good. Next I want to work on is figuring out the ECU location. I've been test fitting the dash in and out, and the fuse box need to be between this hole and this one, because if it's too much on the right, it will hit the dash. If it's too much on the left, it will hit the dash. So it's perfectly in here. Guys, so after so many tries with this ECU, I have decided to run it over here, because first it's gonna have the connector go up like this, and I just like that both of them are sitting next to each other. Let's go ahead, make a bracket to this and see how we like it. Alright guys, so I did went ahead and put some nylon washers just to prevent any metal to metal contact and vibrations with the ECU. But right now the fuse box is held in by zip ties, because I do want to do a test fit one more time on the dash just to make sure 100% we're good. I got what I wanted to be done in this video, which is mounting the ECU and the fuse box. Of course, we will worry about cosmetics and painting everything or powder coating once everything is done, because that's the last thing you want to do. Is you want to paint it, it looks fresh, it looks nice, and then you take it apart, make another hole or something like that, and just scratch it, and then you will have to redo everything again. So but with all of that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am sorry if the video is kind of long, but I don't even know how long it's gonna be. But we got everything that we wanted done in this video. We mounted the ECU, the fuse box, and we made a lot of space in the engine bay. So in the next episode, we are gonna be relocating the ABS module on all the ABS lines. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.